Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Lance and Lauren, and we're live doing Elevated with Lance and Lauren, episode 29. So we're excited about this one because we're talking about how to know if you're paying for a fad fitness program or you're actually in a foolproof system.
There is a huge difference.
Yeah, there's a huge difference. We were
difference.
we were talking about this with, in fact, one of our clients this morning. And we kind of realized that, our clients are learning the difference, and there's so many people who really don't know the difference between a foolproof system. And in fact, not only do people not know about that there is a foolproof system that literally teaches, but most people have no clue that that's what we do.
Right.
So we thought, you know what, let's go ahead and do a video and kind of chat about the difference, because I think when you hear the difference, there's going to be a very clear winner, as I would say that is more functional or more practical to stick with long term.
Yeah.
So
I would also say that I think that this is really what most people are looking for and don't even know that they're looking for it.
Correct.
And we've seen that because we've been in this industry for a long time, and a lot of times, I mean, we talk to people on direct messages, but I hear from so many different people, and I know you do too, like, oh, well, I have a personal trainer, or, oh, I have a coach, but you guys are not able to get the systematic things that you need to be able to replicate that long term, and that's kind of what we wanted to present today.
Well, and here, let me just ask this, and I probably should have started off asking this question is, have you ever worked with a trainer, a coach, or done a system or program where you got results, and then once you quit the program, or you tried to do it on your own, you really had no clue what to do, or you thought you had a clue and you just couldn't replicate it?
Right.
If that's you, then this video is definitely something that you're going to watch, because that you're going to want to watch, because this is where most people get frustrated and they have no idea. So simply put, here's what I usually will tell people whenever I'm chatting with them on a strategy fitness alignment call. Unfortunately, your efforts and your habits, you are most of the time more aligned with what we call a temporary makeover instead of a permanent transformation. But in your mind, you have been conditioned to believe that you're actually working your butt off towards that permanent transformation. Right. Here's a couple things that will give you insight to let you know if you're part of a fad diet program or if you are part of an actual solution that will last for years. Number one, do you know how to repeat the process on your own?
That's a huge question.
If you don't, you're part of a fad system, and that system is designed to only work for you as long as you keep coming back. If what this means
Pay
is
money for it.
That's it. What this means is that if you stop paying, you don't get your meal plan. Or if, let's say this, have you ever had a meal plan that a coach or a trainer gave you, or a workout program, and you found that it didn't work in your real life? Meaning that you started traveling and they expected you to follow the meal plan, but you're maybe a real estate agent or a nurse that works a bunch, and it just is absolutely impractical to be able to do that. Can you relate to that? If so, then this is another sort of issue that people deal with when they feel like they're looking for a long-term solution. And here's my big thing. Most trainers, coaches, gurus, experts, authors, whatever, they make it sound like they are pitching you a permanent solution, but they know that these are basically really finite or temporary solutions for you to get a really quick fix to feel better, and they kind of mark it as a win-win, but it really is a win-lose. They win because they got your trust, your money, and you got the results, in which case they got to use your testimonial. But then now that they've collected the testimonial, it's 3 months after, and you have no clue what to do, and you know that you can't keep on doing P90X 7 days a week for the next 9 months because your joints hurt and you don't have the time and you're exhausted. Yeah. These are the things that happen. And this is where we want to show you that you don't have to do it the status quo way. The status quo way is temporary. And you got to stop looking for temporary solutions for long-term problems. It doesn't work. So here's the thing. What's in a foolproof system and what's the status quo? Well, the status quo, so you know, the status quo is really simple. You're going to follow a plan, but you're not going to know why you're following it. Or you're going to be doing the plan, doing the workouts, and not really know how to replicate them. Right. Or you're going to have the meal plan, you're going to have the workouts, and your trainer, coach, or what have you doesn't realize you battle emotional eating, or you're battling the fact that you don't know how to set goals or to create margin for yourself, or you've got a low setting thermostat, in which case you believe something to be true about yourself that isn't true. You believe you're destined to be overweight, or you believe that you're just simply not cut out for this. If these are the cases, it doesn't matter how good your diet plan is or how good your workout plan is. You're going to sabotage one way or another because you have obstacles that are not being worked through. We see this more often than anything. This is why,
That's true.
we see, Lauren does the accountability coaching in our program, and this is something that we see more than anything. We don't see somebody sending us a message saying like, yeah, I'm struggling to do this because I don't know what to eat. They're being told what to eat. They know what to do. The real struggle comes in at, I'm so stressed, I feel like I've lost my motivation. You've lost your motivation because you're not handling the issues at work or the issues at home that are leading to this. Right. This is why a complete system is necessary, and not just something that only focuses on, here's your meal plan, here's your workouts, and I'll see you in 1 week to check in with you. That's another indication you're in a fad thing, because you're only getting a weekly check-in and you don't know what to do for accountability when you're not with your coach.
Right. And you're not learning the very system that they're giving you to follow.
That's the biggest thing.
And I think it is. That's what separates, the old statement, what is it, wheat from chaff? But that's what separates what we do from everyone else, is that any of our clients who watch this, I'm sure they'll comment if they do, but that's what they're learning in our academy. They're learning how to, adjust their macros. They're learning, what it means to reverse diet and how to do that. They're learning all of those components and how to also, mindset's the biggest thing that you just mentioned, but they're learning how to navigate through really hard seasons, because we all have them. No one gets out alive, right? Newsflash. But they're learning how to navigate through those things so that in the good times, your good seasons or your highs, your mountaintops, whatever you want to call it, it's easy to follow a program during that time, but it's what happens in that lull, that valley. And so our clients learn how to handle the valleys so that when those valleys happen, that their entire goal system that they've set to stay in shape doesn't just get thrown on not the back burner, but on somebody else's stove. And so, that's the difference. That's what they're learning through what we do, and partially why we kind of wanted to talk about this today. And
the biggest thing is, I want to paint you a picture here, because the whole key is that for a system, a foolproof system should mean that you have full control and knowledge of your own nutrition. It means that you should have full understanding of designing your workouts for your goals, and understand how the coach did that, and how you're to do that on your own as well. The last thing is that you need to know how to set up or get rid of habits that take you out of alignment with your desired life. Meaning, you need to know how to set up the habits that are in alignment, and you need to know how to recognize the habits and how to get rid of the ones that aren't in alignment. So, what I'm going to do is paint a picture, just because this is something that I chatted with one of my clients about this morning, and it really, really helped him. And I want this to be able to help you as well. So what I want to do is kind of paint this picture of the difference of what the status quo is versus what we do, and see which one appeals to your senses, your emotions more. So the status quo kind of looks a little bit more something like this. You get a meal plan, you're told what to do, and then your things are going well, and then 2 to 3 weeks into it, you're forced to travel. You've got to travel, you bring your meal plan, and unfortunately, you're following this meal plan, and you notice that where you're traveling, nothing, not one thing, literally nothing that your trainer or coach wrote for you on that meal plan, if they did such a thing for you, nothing is there at the hotel you're at. Now, your trainer, you know that they're going to be, giving you some sort of, well, you got to find it, and you got to bring your food, and you got to whatever it is. The problem with this is that, are you really learning how to swap out your own foods? Are you really understanding why that meal plan works, or do you believe that there's something magic about that particular meal plan and those foods? Now, what I want to do is paint you the other scenario, and this is more where my clients get to live at instead of that. So here's how this goes. They're out and they have a macronutrient blueprint and they have a meal plan. But here's where this is different. They go out, but they're learning specifically. Instead of just getting a meal plan, here's how this looks. They're out in an airport and they notice that, oh my gosh, nothing is here that my coach wrote on my meal plan. But I can recall that Lance and Lauren have been teaching me specifically why this works. So what our clients know is that the meal plan only works because the meal plan has been written up based on a couple of things. Now, here's where this gets awesome. What my client knows, what our client knows is this. They know that this meal plan was written up based on what's known as their total daily energy expenditure. What that means simply is our clients know that everybody has a certain amount of calories each day known as their total daily energy expenditure. And that amount of calories is the amount of calories that your body requires to maintain its body weight. What our clients also learn is that if 3,000 calories is their maintenance calorie range, they simply also have learned to go between 400 to 600 calories into a deficit below that maintenance. So my clients simply know if Lance and Lauren wrote me up 3,000 calories as my maintenance, or they showed me that's what this is, I know I need to be at about 2,400 to 2,500 calories to lose body fat. Then they also know that if I need to be at 2,500 calories to lose body fat, I also know that my body fat is this, my lean body mass is this, and I know that I have 160 grams of protein because my lean body mass is this, and I know how to choose carbs and fats. The difference is, guys, is that what I was painting the picture for my client this morning is, the difference is that if you are working with your trainer or coach right now, and you're getting results, if you were to stop, your trainer cut you, or your package ran out,
yeah.
Do you know what to do to maintain these results without your trainer or coach? Because the answer is, my clients do. Here's what happens with them. When they graduate our program, they not only get a care kit that teaches them and actually gives them, because they already learned this stuff, but reminds them and shows them how to reverse diet, how to create a caloric deficit, how to understand your metabolism. We even have areas in which case we're showing them how to, from scratch, build all of their workouts when they graduate. What this means is, if I run into my client 10 years from down the road from now, they're going to know if they broke their leg, if they, had a year off where they just did nothing, they're going to know that if they gained 30 pounds and they need to start over, simply put, they'll know exactly how to calculate their lean body mass, their body fat, and therefore take those numbers and calculate how many calories they need to maintain their body weight. And then they'll be able to figure out how many calories they need to lose body weight or body fat. They'll know how to calculate their proteins, their carbs, their fats. And they also know that they don't need to avoid carbs or sugars. They know how to introduce those things in. So my question is for you. Does it sound more certain for you to be able to keep the results for life when you're being shown, the curtain is pulled back and you're learning what we know as a coach, instead of simply learning what you normally get taught as just a client? A client gets shown only a little bit because a client normally is going to get to know, follow this meal plan, doesn't matter why it works, just trust me, it's going to work, and your coach is going to take you where you need to go. Well, the problem is if you're like us and you're like, yeah, but I don't want to pay a coach forever, I just need to know the right way to do this, then that's frustrating and you have no clue, and you kind of paint yourself into a corner that you don't know how to get out of.
Right.
The other way is the solution, and the solution is to actually understand what we know. Do you think I'm hiring a fitness coach to keep me in shape? Not a chance, because of the knowledge that we have. And that knowledge is not just a meal plan. The knowledge is how to build your own nutrients, to build your own macros, to build your own workouts, to get out of your own way, to know how to create enough margin, and to make sure that your old habits don't pop up without your permission. These are all the things that we work on within this program. And let me just tell you, it's changing lives, because we've got people that have lost over 100 pounds and they didn't just keep it off for 90 days. In fact, one in particular has kept it off for 9 years. What would it feel like for you to drop 40 pounds that you never pick back up ever again? That's the question.
It is. And on a practical level, because I know that some of that can sound abstract, but for all of you guys, on a practical level, what that looks like is simply put, Lance and I have built everything into our program as a course. And our clients learn this, and if they graduate our program, they get to keep everything in that course, and they have
For
lifetime
life.
access to it. So anything else that we add, we modify, we change, they see that. I mean, there are
For
people
life.
who have, who've been long graduated from our program for 2 and 3 years that still have access to all of the stuff that we have and all of the updates that we've done.
And we make tons of upgrades, and as we continue to build our system, we're not removing things, we're adding to it. So some of the things that you might see in our course, along with the coaching that you get, there are templates that literally teach you how to go to fast food restaurants and choose the best foods. It teaches you how to build your own workout. It teaches you how to swap any exercise based on ailments, injuries, or just what's available. It teaches you how to work out whether you're at home, a hotel, or in the gym. It removes intimidation from you so that you can go into any gym with your head held up high, knowing that you know more than 95% of not just the people in the gym, but the trainers.
Right.
This is the sort of thing that we teach. And as you can imagine, when you get to walk in, like our clients Brad and our clients Trish and Amanda, some of these clients who you might see on our success stories, they didn't just get temporary results. Their lives were changed because they learned how to go to fast food instead of how to avoid it. They learned how to travel instead of avoiding travel to stay in shape. They learned how to meet clients at restaurants instead of telling clients, sorry, I can't go to things like that. They also learned how and when to skip workouts or postpone them and when not to, and how to not live in a land of shame from missed workouts and so on and so forth. The big key that we're offering is a permanent solution, but this permanent solution also, the big thing with it is it's a solution that comes without costing or causing you to neglect your family, your friends, your career, or your taste buds and social life. And so that's the beauty of this, guys, is if you can imagine being able to have glasses of wine, a glass of beer, having a burger and fries, a slice of pizza, Kit Kats. These are the fun foods. It's not like that's all you have. But can you imagine losing weight, getting in shape while you still have access to all of those things? And even better than that, knowing that when you reach your goals, you're also going to learn how to do what's called reverse dieting, where you increase your food and learn how to actually eat more than you ever have while maintaining your results. I mean, it doesn't get much better. And today we kind of realized a lot of people don't really know how good it is in this system. Guys, we're not super disciplined. We don't lead like this super rigid and restrictive life. We go to fast food. We eat foods that we like. I don't live in the gym for 3 hours a day. Neither does she.
I had a Snickers bar yesterday because I was out.
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
like,
I had on Monday Monday had ice cream. I know she got a little ice cream. The thing of it is that we're nourished, but we're also satiated, and we also know what to do and what not to focus on, so we don't lose sleep on things that don't matter. So my question for you is, if any of this resonates and sounds like, wow, that is a much more permanent and sufficient solution, if you'd like to know more, shoot us a DM or shoot us a comment down below. Let us know. We'd love to chat with you a little bit more about your struggles, your goals, and see if and how we can help you. But here, more than anything, I cannot stress this enough. In case you might be thinking, this sounds great, but man, you don't realize how introverted or shy I am, or I hate sales and I don't want to be pressured, I cannot even express to you how much and how comfortable the call is going to be with me, because we actually don't ask you to commit to anything over the phone that day at all. First of all, we want to make sure it's a fit. And so if it is a fit and we actually chat with you, the cool thing is we're going to give you 2 full days for you and your significant other or yourself, your family, whatever, to look over everything, to actually use emotional intelligence and decision making to determine if this is a heck yes, like it's been for our clients. So if you're thinking, yeah, this sounds great, but I'm scared to death to get on the phone, you don't need to. It's a really, really comfortable conversation where we get to chat a little bit about what you're going through and what the solutions might be. So anyway, I hope that this has served you guys. I hope you can see that there are better ways. And this is why we go live so much and do videos like this, because we're on a mission to show people that you can have a life like we live, that you feel fit, you feel confident, and you do have good health, but yet you're not miserable doing it, and it's not a struggle. And that's where we're at, guys. And if you want that, if you want the life that we live, that our clients live, not just short term, but indefinitely, where you have that certainty and peace of mind, it's up to you. You got to make that decision, but you can reach out and schedule a fitness alignment strategy call with us, and we can chat with you and we can work on that to see if that's the next steps for you. So nevertheless, guys, we hope that you've enjoyed this one. This one, again, we really want to show people what is out there. So if you feel like there is any value on this whatsoever, be sure to put #value in the comments below, and let us know if you have any other questions or any comments with anything that resonated as well. Anything you want to add to that as well?
Not a thing.
All right. Guys, thanks so much for